As you're waking up, a fire destroys a motel in Surf City. We have a crew on the scene getting the facts right after high winds spread this blaze to neighboring buildings.
And I'm Storm Track 12 meteorologist Ellen Baca live outside with what you can expect in the wake of the storm before you even head out the door.
And as far as the rainfall was concerned, wasn't really a whole lot with this storm, but it did have a punch as far as the wind is concerned. I've got your forecast details of what the day ahead is going to bring coming up.
Getting the facts right. You're watching News Channel 12 this morning.
Good morning, Eastern Carolina. We want to thank you for joining us right here on News Channel 12 this morning. It is 6:30 on your Thursday. It's January 31st. I'm Anna Polshevitz.
And I'm meteorologist Les Still.
Been a busy morning here at News Channel 12. In fact, we're joined right now by Storm Track 12 meteorologist Ellen Baca. She's been live in Craven County all morning long talking about the aftermath of this storm we had overnight. Ellen.
Well, Anna, one of the biggest things that we've been seeing are some of those downed limbs. So I took a walk just around Union Point Park, and within walking distance, here's what I found. Now, some of these don't look that big. You can see one or two of them, just kind of dead branches that we're seeing. But the one that I really want to point out is this branch right here. I found it just a few feet away from one of the big pine trees. It's still alive, still has pine cones. And when I found it, I don't know if you can see it here, we had grass. This was shoved into the ground from those fast winds. And those winds were the first thing that we saw from that storm as it barreled on through overnight. Then we saw those heavy downpours, sheets of rain. In fact, we're still seeing some flooding. Don't worry, I've got my waterproof boots on. A lot of this has already begun to drain, but we've been seeing several inches. So as you're getting ready and heading out the door today, there's still just a little bit of ponding and pooling from that. Now, the last thing that I want to talk about is the fact that these winds are still very fast, not just at the surface, but aloft as well. I've been keeping my eye up at the sky. We're already beginning to see some clearing. You can see the moon there, and those clouds are just racing. In fact, the winds up there are just screaming. And one thing that we were watching last night when the storm rolled through was the fact that the winds closer to the surface were going one direction, and then just aloft they were going faster and at a different direction. And that causes something called spin or shear for meteorologists. It's one of the reasons why this storm was so strong as it rolled on through. Now, luckily for us, it passed through in the overnight hours. I know that might have made a few people apprehensive, but it really limited the intensity and overall the damage of this storm. So as you're getting up, watch for those limbs, watch for power lines, watch for ponding, but otherwise we could have definitely fared a lot worse.
Ellen, awesome report right there from Union Point Park. Clearly, it was a rocky night, and we'll check back in with Ellen here within the half hour.